Believe it or not, this is Spacebar. It's Spaceman. We're in the Spacebar. I'm Nick Gregorio.
I'm Phil Arrigo.
I'm Cooper Hagedorn.
Back at it again in 2017.
Cooper was quoted as this: "I am so uncomfortable when I watch the new version of Spacebar."
I'm leaning forward now.
Put that on your tombstone.
Appreciates. I'm leaning forward. It's something new. I don't know. We'll see if everyone likes it.
Are you trying to reach the kids? Hey guys, don't do drugs. But let's talk about what's going on in 2017. Early on, we're each picking a topic and we're kicking this off. I'm going to jump out with what I'm playing. Right after Christmas, this game Darkest Dungeon. It was on sale, 50% off. Nabbed that bad boy for $12.50. It's an RPG. Real fucking hard. Have you guys heard of Darkest Dungeon? Does that ring a little bell?
I saw you play it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had heard of it.
I hadn't heard of it though before that.
I'd heard of it. Now, yeah, I've seen you play it, and I've watched some footage. It's pretty cool. I like the artwork and like the whole graphic design of it. It's turn-based, right?
Yeah, it's turn-based. And
the lean forward doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Cooper has a -4 lean forward skill.
Workshopping things still, guys. Let us know what you think.
No, it's a really tough
Cooper
RPG.
Hagedorn, poor constitution.
That's the best part of that game.
Poor diet.
Oh, God.
But it's a turn-based game, and normally you have kind of a party of 4 guys or 6 people or whatever. You need a very large party because you have to rest your people after each adventure, and they die. And the game sets you up right on the opening screen when it's like, hey, this is a hard game and your people are gonna die. And it makes you make some hard decisions like, do I wanna keep going to quest further for this? Or do I wanna keep gamble this guy with 1 hit point? And there's like 16 or 18 different classes of guys. And
What is it that what is it that you like about it specifically? Because you're a hard one to pin down for me. I don't know, like with his, like I know a game that you would like, or like Super Mario Run did not surprise me that like you won't stop playing it. But like sometimes Phil, I'll be like, oh, I got him figured out, and then I'll be like, I fucking hated that game.
Yeah, I mean, part of it was what hit my radar was it was on a lot of lists for like best of 2016. I had some downtime over the break, and I was like, oh, because this game actually came out in like January of 2016.
Okay.
So the game's almost a year, or it was roughly a year old when I grabbed it, and it's very hard, and I don't like RPGs like Final Fantasy that tend to be more linear or tend to be more like have long cutscenes and story that I don't give a shit about. But
oh, you mean like the modern Final Fantasy?
Yeah, the modern stuff.
The JRPG,
like even
if you
7. I'm not a big fan of JRPGs, but this one is like it's like part town building, part resource management, but like the challenge is, like I was like, oh, I could get through this without my people dying, and then I played a couple missions, and I was like, nope. So you kind of have these people, and you start off with 2 characters, and they're not really like the central characters. Like they're just scrubs who can live or can die. And I was really shocked that I got attached to them, and I was like, no, like those are my 2 most powerful guys. I can't let them die in this mission. I have to abandon this mission, and it was it's different in the sense where there's like hit points, there's stress.
Right.
Your guys get diseases, they get necrophilia, they get claustrophobia.
It sounds like there's a lot like kind of going on, and like to manage, like the stakes are kind of there. I know you, and I know
don't know,
how,
man. I got a baby. That's stressful enough. That game's
It's a stressful fucking game. It's a stress simulator. It's less of a game. So I think it's back up to full price. But if you like RPGs, if you want to try something different, if you like something turn-based, and you don't mind your guys dying, try out Darkest Dungeon. It's on pretty much everything right now. You can get it on PS4, Steam, or whatever.
That's awesome.
What are you still rocking the Super Mario?
Much to the chagrin of my family over the holiday break, yes, come find me. I'll light you up.
What's your ranking on Super Mario Run?
I'm at like 6,000 right now.
How can people find you?
Toads aplenty. You probably got to get me through Facebook or Twitter.
This guy.
If you're playing it, come find me. I got pretty high ranking. I've beaten the game 3 times over now, because then I collected. You have to collect like the pink coins, purple coins, and then the green coins. And I'm on the process of collecting the green coins right now. But the Toad Rally is the funnest. It's one of the funnest things. I think the mechanic of the game is great. Nintendo, you need to release more levels though. They need to release another 24 levels.
I was mistaken because when we did the episode when we were talking about that, I was like, oh, there's going to be 24 worlds, and it was like, no, there's
6
20,
worlds.
6
and there's
worlds
24
with forces. That seems kind of small, but there is that replayability, which apparently for you has made it at least a couple weeks.
And then there's like a Farmville-ish aspect, which I'm not a Farmville guy, but this is kind of neat. You can just like build your own Mushroom Kingdom, and then you get other Toads and mini games throughout there that you can.
What's the Toad Rally thing? I know we probably talked about it.
You battle against the ghosts of other players.
Oh, okay.
So if they have like a high score on a run, you go up against them. And the kid kind of made his name just going up against guys that far outranked him.
Right, and you're talking about yourself right now.
Yes.
Okay.
No, he's talking about his daughter. She's 1.
So
it's a lot of fun though. And you can unlock different characters: Princess Peach, Luigi, Yoshi. I feel like Luigi is the only one that really works because speed does count, especially in a Toad Rally.
okay.
Mario is still the most balanced character.
When you do the regular playthrough, and you're talking about like the different color coins, are they like in different places? Like they're harder to get,
Yes,
and
they're harder
therefore
to
it's
get.
a different.
Sometimes you got to go with Luigi because Luigi can jump higher. But Mario, as far as like my style of play for the Toad Rallies, he's the most balanced, and it's the key to it. If you are playing it, is don't die. Try to stay big as much as you can because any mushroom you get is 5 coins. It's a coin collect rally.
Yeah.
And don't sweat a coin if you miss it. Just keep going and going and keep.
That's awesome.
Try for that coin run rally when like the star drops down and doubles your coin collection. It's cool. It's a fun game.
Yeah. Well,
Are you playing anything, or have you given up on life, on games in general?
I don't know.
Not the
really
Royals though. Those Royals are just right on point.
I'm always accepting Royals hat donations, so just
It's always baseball season for Cooper Hagen.
No, I'm not really playing anything right now. Back before Christmas, I was playing that the Battlefront VR X-wing Star Wars mission. You guys will have to come over and try that sometime. It's pretty fun. No, I did that. I had a couple of my friends over, made them sick.
Wow.
VR puker. I'm like, do it. Just keep playing. I think I need to take it off. Like, no, come on, man. We didn't finish the mission. But no, I got a big kick out of that. That was fun. But no, I'm stepping back.
Are you watching anything?
Am I watching anything?
Well, I mean, if you're not playing things, you're either watching things or you're tying.
I'm watching. I've been going to see a lot of movies. I saw. I did want to talk about. I bugged you about it earlier. The Assassin's Creed movie, which I don't know. I feel like no one's been talking about a lot. I'm sure some people have.
I think Rogue One kind of squished.
Yeah, it's sort of
type movie.
This isn't. You could file it. You could file this under like movies that I'm kind of making a case for, I guess. I kind of like the Assassin's Creed movie, and I just feel I don't want it to get swept under the rug too much. Like it's got an awful Metacritic score, it's got an awful Rotten Tomatoes score, but like it's still opening worldwide. They have plans to like do 2 more movies, and I kind of hope they do. I don't know. I'm sure some people out there that see this have seen it, and I'm curious to know what everyone else thinks about it, because it's not getting.
I'm curious because I haven't heard a ton of feedback about it, but the Metacritic score was, I saw it
very
and
bad.
Just the dick in me was like, but I know that when people create stuff, a ton of work goes into it, and it's kind of an asshole thing to look and go, oh, you failed. But
something interesting about the picture is Michael Fassbender championed this picture. He produced it.
Yeah.
And this is a guy that he's, depending whether you like him or not, he cares about the craft and he cares about the movies he's in. So that to me ups the ante as far as interest in me wanting to see it. If this guy really put effort forth.
Right. I trust a guy like him. I'm a movie geek first. I more than I am a video game. Although I do like the Assassin's Creed franchise in general, but I'm a movie geek first, and this had a really good team behind it. Like you said, Michael Fassbender. Anything where he's kind of finally taken it upon himself to produce it up to a point to where it's interesting for him to act in it, because we know he's a talented actor and everything. And I guess that's what I liked about the movie, is that it has problems, sure. I mean, like most movies that are in theaters, but it had enough good stuff going on in it. Like Michael Fassbender throughout, whether it's in a bad scene or a moment in the film where you're kind of and like this didn't need to be there. He always made it interesting to watch, and I mean the same goes for Marion Cotillard and Jeremy Irons.
I mean, it's an amazing cast.
It's a great cast.
People that
and they really do. And sometimes in these big movies, you do get like great casts thrown together, but they're just kind of saying lines. They're bored. They're not given the time to flesh anything out or make something, really.
Oh, you mean like
a
Doctor
moment.
Strange, where they just had a great cast and people were just like, well, mambo jumbo. Like,
Yeah,
thanks.
exactly. Like I feel
Wasn't
like
here
a
for
lot
that
of,
one.
But I will say, and this movie is not like perfect or anything, but you can tell that like between the director and the actors, they were always trying to make moments happen, and not like acting hard.
From
but
all
just,
the trailers,
yeah.
it looked very compelling. Like the action sequences, they didn't just phone this one in. It wasn't just
And again,
action for the sake of action.
well, I will say like the extended action sequences where they go back. If you know anything about Assassin's Creed, which I know our audience probably does, there's the parts when they go back into the past and he's inhabiting like a genetic ancestor of his. The action is really great. It's like shot on location. The costumes are all real, like feel real, like it's a tangible world, which you don't always get.
Are
these
people
days,
wearing
unfortunately.
hoods and they have flowing cloth as they jump from?
They do, but it looks
Because I can't
good.
come if that doesn't happen.
It looks great. No, there's plenty of come-worthy moments, I'm sure, for you. And maybe actually don't see the movie with Phil.
I hope
Just
that
but
hits the
don't-
back of the DVD box.
that's-
It's on the, you
that's just
flip it
like
over
a-
Cooper Hagedorn.
That's a rule of thumb. Don't say
Rule of
it.
thumb.
Plenty of
Don't see a
come-worthy
movie.
moments. Assassin's Creed. And Fassbender's like, this is not why I chose to produce this movie.
But so, come-worthy moments aside, yeah, it definitely has its problems, and the action sequences are really well done, though, and they're well choreographed, but they're just kind of, the stakes are not there, and I know that's something that kind of can wear on you as you're sitting through a 2-hour movie.
That's
It's
even
like,
tough with the game. It's just this idea that when you interact with the past, you're not doing anything.
Right.
You're just reliving a memory.
digging.
and that's kind of what they're doing. And,
Yeah.
And so all the drama
So
that's happening
it's
in the
faithful
present,
to the source material.
It is,
but
but I will say, so it's not necessarily a glowing recommendation, but I do think it's a better movie than people are giving it credit for, and I hope that they go out and they make the next 1 or 2 movies of it, and that they're better because they now have a good springboard to really get into it a little bit deeper on the next 2, and I hope that they figure out a way to place the drama in the past. That way, it makes those
So it's not
sequences.
just the present.
Yeah, it's not just the
framing that
present,
up.
and then you kind of step aside for a second, and we have like 10 minutes of action. Like, hopefully, it's something where there's more
it's a bummer
drama
because
happening.
there's
in the
such a
past.
great opportunity for him to be hunting something in the past that keeps wanting him to go back there, and it sounds like it's
That's
not.
a good point, and hopefully they can crack it with something like that. or something
But again,
similar,
it's
yeah.
like it seems like an easy fix now that you see the movie in
all
its current-
that's kind of what I'm making is all the pieces are there. This isn't like like we were like again the Suicide Squad, like where it's just I don't even know where to start with a movie like that. It's a mess.
Yeah.
I don't know where to get into it. But this, they have all the pieces there. They just need a couple adjustments, and it could be a really cool franchise. So
I think the last trailer that dropped probably the 3rd week of December, right before the movie came out, everyone just looked really sad. Like dour, like we need food, what's going to happen with the future? And I'm like 20 seconds of sad people, like Game of Thrones extras, and then it was a bunch of weird techno action and then back and forth. And I just don't think it's my thing because I never was super into the games.
gotcha.
But
Well,
I'm an outsider on that.
no, that's the thing they have to work against too. They got to make it good enough to where it'll bring people in who don't care.
where
about
Phil Arrigo will go and leave the theater and be like, okay.
I'll be in there playing Darkest Dungeon. They're like, turn it off. And I'm like, but my lady got syphilis from a tentacle monster. You can get.
Really?
There's tentacle monsters. You can get weird diseases and shit. And your guys have heart attacks and get stressed out. It's a fucking terrible game. I don't know why I play it.
That sounds cum-worthy.
Yeah, it's
that's
cum-worthy. What about you, Nick?
One last bit of news, I guess. I don't. It was announced today that Ravishing Rick Rude.
I was gonna say, is it cum-worthy? But I guess it is.
Yeah, it's definitely cum-worthy. Ravishing Rick Rude is going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame with Diamond Dallas Page.
All right.
There you go.
I don't know. I'm a big pro wrestling fan. Rick Rude was always one of those kind of, even during the rock and wrestle of the 80s where it was more cheeseball, he was still kind of like an OG tough guy. You always heard stories about him. So he wrestled in ECW. He's been all over the place. Died too young like most wrestlers did, but.
When did he die? Because I didn't.
Oh, he died like 10 years ago. now.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
he died a while ago.
Was
but
it too much blood in his cock? And his heart couldn't
He
go?
was
or-
just
don't know if
so
that's
rare. I think
Can't
it's
not
have
a
too
thing.
much blood in your.
Can you WebMD that, please?
I don't know if you guys are wrestling fans. It was kind of a fucking.
But I remember him. He was like the heel of heels. Like he was always.
Yeah, but he was like the anti-hero. Like he kind of did that. I don't care. Like I'm not a good guy or a bad. Like they played him as a bad guy because that's all he could be then.
Yeah.
But he was one of those like I don't care. He's like I'm gonna fuck your girl and I'm gonna win and be Intercontinental Champion. He never became like world champion or anything like that. But he always just had that weird wrestling street cred, like a Jake the Snake or something, where you were like, yeah, but he's cool. There you go.
Oh.
Done deal. Well, we're happy to be here for 2017. If you guys have noticed, we maybe haven't had as many sketches or big sketches on the Primer channel, but we have even more coming in 2017 and even bigger ones that you saw in 2016. So in the coming weeks, we'll be telling you about all the cool things that we have coming down the pike. We got some new shows.
We
coming.
have been busy. Yes.
We
have been
very
busy, and you'll start to see some early visions of what those new shows are. So check those out in the coming weeks and let us know what you think. If you like them or if there's other stuff you guys want to see, definitely let us know. But you'll start to see cool stuff like, Nick Loves Comics. He'll be talking about that. Cooper.
Come-worthy moments of history.
There you go. And I'll be doing my whatever Phil does stuff. So let us know what you like about this, and like this video, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll be back soon with more good stuff.
For my sneakerheads, I got the blacked out Huarache Ultras, the Harambes.
And there it is. Ravishing Rick Rude in his shoes. See you guys.